Good morning and welcome to Coffee at the Manor, the bestest place to startest your day with all the news, reviews and things you never knew you needed to know. On today's show, we've got Mufasa's death cake. We've got a macaque who went to court over the rights to his own selfie. We've got snakes down trousers. We've got dolphins on drugs. We've got a 60-mile-an-hour birth. And a mountain is now a real person. Also, I'd like to introduce you to a toucan called Ripley. All that or more right here on this morning's episode of Coffee at the Manor. Good morning. How the devil are you? I hope you are very well. Sorry about yesterday. A few technical problems. Yes, it was one of those days, but still, I'm back. It is Wednesday. It is hump day, apparently. I was got an incredibly funny look for explaining what hump day was to a Canadian. But yeah, I hope you are well. Let's see who's up there. Oh, look, we've got some faces. We've got from we've got the lady with the most difficult name in the world. Good morning to you, Sparkle Queen. See, I've managed to navigate my way around that. Good job. Oh, you got a new profile pic. Is that you? You in the mountains. We love that. Hello, how are you? I hope you are well. I spy a cat. Yes, indeed. That is the classic Simbo. I'm terrible. There he is. Hello, fellow. Hello. He's just very curious over there today. Usually he'd come and sit on the table. In fact, he was. In fact, when we did when that TV show, the English equivalent of The View, when that went out with my face appeared on it, Simbo was also in there too. So he has credibly been on the TV. So that's well done to him. That's a couple of million people that might have seen him sitting on my desk. Fantastic. Well done to you, Simbo. Yes, thrilled at the prospect he was. A fresh haircut. Me, no, I still need it doing. I've trimmed this. Look at the silver. Look at the silver. Tragic. Oh, actually, while we're on the topic of aging, those of you who are also fans of Mr. Mustard, our regular here, he has now put out a video, and it is called Aging. So do please go see that. If he pops up with this, I'll get him to drop a link into there. But it is called Mustard Yellow, his channel. So do please check it out. It's amusing. It's amusing. If you like what I do, then you'll most likely like what he does too. It is that delightful English way of doing things with a little touch of humor. So do please go catch him if you haven't already. Mustard Yellow. Go find him. He will be. Hopefully he'll be around today. And he can drop us a link. So otherwise out there we've also got Lady Dearest. Hello, Lady Dearest. Stroke Lady Butterfly. Good to see you, Mountain Mama Nirvana. Great for you to make it over there. Nice to see you. Aging like wine. Yes, that's it. Yeah, little bits floating in it. Makes you do that afterwards. Yes. That's where I'm at. So good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. Exciting things happening before we jump to the news. I will tell you about some exciting things to look forward to. First of all is more on the Banana Man story. Yes, as you remember, we covered the story where there was a mysterious bunch of peeled bananas being left on a plate in a place up north somewhere. And don't you worry. Now, it happens to happen on the 2nd of every month. Now, date fans, you may have noticed that is the 1st today. So therefore the 2nd, no, it's not. Sorry, it's the whatever. But anyway, the 2nd's on Sunday. So Lord Mustard and I are going to be going and tracking down this story. So don't you worry. We're going to bring you some amazing news stories next week, and there'll be a bit more of that. There'll be a bit more of the man in the field coming up. So when you thought it might be just me reading some really terrible, not even very interesting news, there's a bit more to it now. We're going to make our own and break our own news as well. So we're all hot on the case of the nefarious Banana Man. Yes, those dang bananas. I know. And the plate too, though. And he left the plate. I mean, can you believe it? I mean, that bit's littering, surely. Banana trackers, yes, indeed. We will be hot on the case. I'm quite also looking forward to the fact that we're going to be, because of course we're going to be loitering a lot, we're going to interview and let the neighbours know. So I'm quite interested to see what the hell they make of two gentlemen rocking up looking for Banana Man in the neighbourhood. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to film the whole thing, and we'll make some news out of it, shall we? Do excuse me. I'm still there. So then let's crack on, shall we? Let's get on with some of this news and see where we're at. Now we're going to start off with a very delightful story that I do like quite dearly, and I'm going to take you over. It is in England land. Of course, which is delightful. Is that not sharing? That doesn't seem to be sharing. There it is. There it's at. So the diabolically, that's in children. Yes, you can click and connect those words. I can't even bloody read it. Diabolically adorable 3-year-old's Lion King death cake goes viral. Yes, indeed, the death cake. And it is here. Here it is. Here is said cake. And it is a part of the Lion King. I'm sure if you're not familiar with that, you've been on this planet, presumably, have you? But yes, of course, in the film, of course, Mufasa dies. And that is the scene that this delightful 3-year-old would like reimagined upon her cake for her birthday. Here it is. There's Mufasa dead. He could have like put little X's on his eyes, though, couldn't he? To emphasize the dead bit. But anyway, in Minneapolis, a 3-year-old girl from St. Paul went viral this weekend because of a hilarious request she made for her birthday cake. Now, the reasoning is actually quite good. This child might be a little disturbed, you might think, to begin with, but actually, it's actually really logical, and she's really thought this through. Let me explain. Now, Leona Faye, I think that's how you say that, loves The Lion King and knows the words to every song. So she asked for a birthday cake with her favourite character, Mufasa, Leona's mother. Leona's mother. That was another character, excuse me. Alison Faye says she wanted a very specific scene in the movie. She said, I felt really embarrassed asking the baby. Oh, right, she went and asked something she didn't make. I thought this was a homemade. They paid for this shit. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's a whole other problem there, isn't it? Anyway, she went and paid for this shit, stupidly, because I thought they would think I was a horrible parent, said Alice. I was like, so here's the thing. This is what my child said. I thought it was funny, so we're just going to go with it. It's pretty much what she said to the maker. It's like the woman with the big cock on her gravestone, isn't it? You can have these delightfully whimsical dreams, but it is the person that enacts these dreams for you, the enabler, the tangibility of this. They are the problem, aren't they? Yes, But so anyway, they decided we're just going to go with it. Yeah, why not? Leona, maybe, I don't know, wanted the moment that's been ripping hearts out since the mid-90s, Mufasa's death. That way, Leona said, everybody would be so sad they wouldn't want to eat the cake, and she'd have it all to herself. Now that is logical thinking. I think there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is, my daughter would probably have thought of this too. She is equally as dastardly intelligent, but so there you go. It's because she doesn't want to might feel sad and they won't want cake, but I mean it goes against the thing, doesn't it? If you get sad, you need cake. If it's your birthday, you need cake. Someone's in the office, you need cake. Anything, cake, right? Yes, good. Yes, when asked how the cake tasted, she didn't say sad, unfortunately. It tasted sad. You don't want any, mister. No, stay away from my cake. She said, so yummy, so yummy. I mean, what more of an endorsement? I would have that on my door of my shop. Yes. Leona's uncle, Casey, tweeted about the story and it went viral. Ah, there you go. That's why we're hearing about it, because of Uncle Casey. Well done, Uncle Dickhead. Nice one. There's the child. Yeah. Nah, fine. Anyway, the person the person asking for the cake was probably more interesting than the cake. Said the cake maker. Yeah, I would say that too. I think you could have a mental conversation with it. I would love to ask this child all kinds of amazing things about how the world works. How does the world work according to you? You know, who runs it? You could have wonderful conversations, couldn't you? And I think she would be a delight to talk to. So there you go. Next year, when she turns 4, she wants a cake with Cinderella. There you go. And no surprise, but the evil stepmother has to be on there too. Presumably to scare people away from the cake. Is that how that works? But what a delight. What a delight. What a delightful story. There she was. So other things, they've got a bit of a mind of their own, is a story of a monkey. Now, you may or may not be familiar with a fairly... common, if you like, fairly common meme, which is this fella here. You may be familiar with this. He sort of pops up in all kinds of places. POV. You've got to, I don't know, insert something TikToky there, right? So yes, here it is. There is said macaque picture, whose name is Naruto. I didn't watch that. That's the Dragon Ball Z thing, right? I don't know. Don't watch that stuff. A 6-year-old rare-chested, I was going to say, excuse me, not at all Freudian, no. Took a selfie in the Tangkoko Reserve in Indonesia. There he is, delightful. But now the story is not just a thingy taking a picture of himself. No. It's more than that, because this goes to court. Yes, animal rights activists have claimed that Naruto, a crested macaque monkey that famously took a selfie, should receive damages for copyright infringement. Yes, indeed. Is or is not this thing worthy of copyright? Now, let's more go into it. A monkey who took a grinning selfie with a photographer's camera while he wasn't looking. I love that. That's my favorite. This little monkey, when it not only nicked his camera, but he took selfies. And that's not all. He went on. I think there should be a whole exhibition of shit that's been taken by this monkey, and let's give him some more cameras. Let's give everybody let's give elephants, I imagine, do some pretty cool pictures. I bet it's all family shots, isn't it? And kids and stuff. They're quite cute on the elephants. Anyway, so the instantly recognizable snapshot made headlines around the globe, not only for its obvious quirky appeal, because it sparked an unusual lawsuit. I wonder if that's what they're going to say about me. Years to come. Animal rights activists claim that Naruto, the 6-year-old rare-crested macaque who lives free, bless, good, in the Tangkoko Reserve on the Indonesian island of Sulawesi, had the right to own and benefit from the copyright in the same manner and to the same extent as the other author. He took the shot and several others. Again, I would love to see what else he did. If there's a junk picture, I wouldn't be surprised. But, I want to see what he did. We will have to find this. He took it back in 2011. There you go. The heyday at the beginning of the internet, just after MySpace and stuff. Probably a MySpace thing, wasn't it? Anyway, David Slater had left his camera unattended. Anyway, so Peter, we all know who they are. We don't need to read it. Filed legal proceedings in the U.S. District Court in San Francisco, of course it was, stating that so-called monkey selfies came from a series of purposeful and voluntary actions by Naruto, unaided by Slater. It had nothing to do with it. Well, that's that is true, isn't it? You take the picture, naturally you have the copyright to that. You go deeper with the image, blah blah blah. Of course, there is all that. But the basics are you took the picture's yours. So I suppose he does to a degree. But then again, does he have rights? Perhaps he may do over in America. Does he have rights in Indonesia? Let's see. So they were seeking out a court order allowing Peter to administer all the proceeds, of course, were from the photos for the benefit of the monkey. Of course it was. Yes, we'll have all the money to benefit the monkey. By doing what? Exactly. Buying him another camera, buying him one of those nice little, those Nikon ones, the little pink things. Get one of those. That'd be great. So they want to take all the money. Presumably they can go and get some more manure to go and dump outside those other people's things, like they did the other day. But now a federal judge, they've got the big boys involved, or big girls, of course, could be a big girl, has ruled that while the protection of the law can be extended to animals, if agreed by Congress or the US president, there was no indication that this applies to the Copyright Act as reported by The Guardian. US District Judge William Orrick, good old Billy, Judge Bill, said Wednesday that a monkey cannot be declared the copyright owner of the pictures. Ah, there we go. Their plans are foiled. Foiled, you know. Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? You'd just let him go off and take some more pictures. You know, he's probably got a family to feed. You know, he's got things to be doing. You know, messing about in court. No one's got time for that, right? Then Mr. Slater, the photographer guy, of course, had asked the court to dismiss the case and said the British copyright obtained by his company, Wildlife Personalities Limited, wicked, how amazing must that be, should be honoured worldwide, yes, after the images were widely circulated, including on Wikipedia. Well, he described himself as rather bemused and persecuted by the lawsuit and raised conjecture that it may have been a publicity stunt. Yes, indeed. He needs a suit. He does need a suit. He does need a delightful suit, which you know, it could join the ranks of all the clothed animals we've like the deer with the high vis jacket that we covered way back in the beginning of things. We covered amazing stories, amazing. But while we're on, in fact, let me skip to another one quickly of the case of is a something a real something just because you want it to be. A mountain now has been designated as a person. Yes, indeed. If we come on over here, a mountain becomes the latest natural feature to be granted personhood by law. There you go. Not all mountains are people, by the way. But I think it makes you wonder if that's kind of like you know, a negligence sort of thing, liability thing. Well, you know, I didn't fall down any mountain that was owned by some sort of company. The mountain is a person, therefore it hurt me, therefore I'm going to sue the mountain or something, you know? It sounds a little bit, I don't know, litigious to me. But anyway, let's have a look, shall we? A mountain in New Zealand has been considered by Indigenous people, has finally been recognised as a legal person on Thursday, and the law granted it all the rights and responsibilities of a human being. Yes, indeed. So, did the little rocks, those his children? Is he now responsible for said children and needs to keep them in some sort of reasonably maintained fashion? I mean, this is great. Do you excuse me? Oh, yep. Mike Wazowski today. And check out the bottom. How cool! How cool! And £3, 3 of your finest pounds of muck. Yep, there you go. So yes, a mountain has in fact been designated a person. So yes, because it says that the river, of course, is a stretch of sacred land, and therefore it is therefore a person. Good job, love it. So. Do excuse me, that was an awful noise. I hope that didn't come across on the mic. So anyway, let's move on. We are going down to an Oregon man. I love these. I love these stories. We're going back to the idea of theft, crime, and that sort of thing. We're popping over to Oregon for a delightful robber that attempted to rob a pet shop. Now you might wonder, well, maybe he's a magician, right? He brings his hat, pops the bunny rabbit in it, or something like this. Well, kind of. Not so much. If we go over here, it's an Oregon man steals a snake by snuffing it down his trousers. Now, I don't know about you. I've never transported a live reptile before, but I probably wouldn't have chosen to share its sort of docking area with my snake. I'm not sure if these two things may play nicely. I do have a picture of me with a I think it's like a 10-foot albino bloody python thing around my neck. That was pretty unnerving. But yeah, why would you want to do that? Oh, what's this? Yeah, that's it for the day now. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Actually, I'm building a bloody bed. Can you believe it? I'm building a bed. Let me just tell you about my amazing bed and you know, break down into a tangent. So the room that I'm moving into this new house, you will notice no different. The room will look slightly different. It's about the same size. I'm going to put my next place in, whatever. Yeah, so the bedroom I've chosen is it's the smallest one because I'm thinking I'll give the kids the biggest bedrooms. They've got bigger shit. How do I then make more space? Well, I'm putting in a whole fake floor in this room. It's 50 centimeters off the floor. So you put stuff underneath it. So like you can pack all your, I mean, why would you need, my reasoning is you don't need a wardrobe, right? All you needed is just sort of boxes, right? Nice boxes, pretty boxes. So my whole floor in this one room I've raised by 50 centimeters. I am not the world's most amazing workman. I know this might get you as a surprise. I know you must be, what do you mean? The only shelf that's ever stayed up that you put up is only there because it was nailed into place. Yes, well, yes, there you go. So I will delight you with that at some point. Anyway, so that's what I'm up to. There you do it. So where are we? We're in Oregon, aren't we? With snakes in our pants, which is always. It sounds like it just went. I've had enough of these goddamn snakes in his goddamn pants. Yeah. Can you imagine that? And good morning to you, Lady Venus. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Always good to see you. So apparently here, though, says it's like it wasn't a feeding day. Feeding days are always Mondays, and they're very hungry. Oh, dear. What's this one? You know, an Oregon girl who stole a ferret device to forget down her back. See, now that is marginally, okay, everything's relative. That is marginally less ridiculous than stuffing a snake. A ferret, okay, well, this is comedy, isn't it? The people doing this on the stage for years. It was a staple of English comedy for years. That and, things you can't do anymore because it's deemed a little bit funny. But yes, this is a staple of entertainment. Good job. Good job. I've lost myself. Anyway, back to the snake in the pants. And here he is. A video emerged. Oh, it is the video there because I generally ignore these things. Let's see if it'll play, shall we? Here he is. Oh, bloody advert for that. While the advert's knobbing about there, I'll continue. The video has emerged of a man stealing. Oh, there he is. Quick, back. Here he is. There he is. Oh, blimey, it's not a small one. The snake, clearly. Yeah, what? Is that? I mean, I'm assuming that is between underpant and denim. Oh, that's unrelated. I imagine it was between underpant and denim, not in between underpant and thing. I mean, but then surely it'd slip out your leg. And you would sort of have this like unusual sort of long bulge running down your leg. But maybe that's the point. No, I'm not pleased to see you. It is, in fact, a snake in my pocket. She had nothing to lose, had they? Well, that's it. You probably say, oh, it's just another mouse. I'm not interested in that. Well, I love this. We call that Oregon girl Poop Tray. Poop Tray. Yeah. Is that like a street? A street name like Poop Tray? Like ice tray, like in thing, or is it like Poop Tray? I like a lady loves milk tray. Poop Tray. We need to know a little bit more, if you wouldn't mind, about Poop Tray. This is far too intriguing. Anyway, what's this one? In Texas, someone put a shark in a stroller and put Why haven't I come across that story? That is fantastic. See, this is brilliant. You guys are it rhymed with her name. Was it Faye? Ray. Faye. I'm going for Faye. I can't think of any other girls' names ending in A. No, we'll go with that one. Faye. I'm guessing a Faye. Let's see. Totally dox this woman. Anyway, so where were we? Over here, this bloody little video things popped up. There we are. So surveillance. Yeah, we watched that one. After hearing that the 2 foot, blimey, 2 foot long black pastel ball python, Jesus, was missing. Oh, right. Okay. Store owner, Christian, something name, spotted the man while reviewing the tape. He told Fox News 6, that sounds like some sort of group that were arrested on sort of tea charges, wasn't it, in jail? Was this Voudre Poop Tray? School was brilliant, wasn't it? Everybody should have a nickname at school. I like it. Good job. Anyway, so where are we? We're over here, are we? So anyway, police are still looking for both suspect and the snake. Yes. What is this? I would cry if I wasn't known as the ferret girl stealing. You would, wouldn't you? Good old ferret girl. Yes. No. Now you're the sparkle queen, which is a far more fetching name to be called. Anyway, yes, so they're still looking. So both man and snake are on the run. And there's some stuff going on there. I probably better not show that just in case. I don't know what's going to happen. So let's keep on moving, shall we? On to our next delight. Where should we go? We're going to stay on animals or whatever it was we were talking about, but this time we're going to go into the sea, and it's those pesky dolphins again. Those dolphins are always up to no good, but this time some fresh research has emerged. Probably the dolphins deliberately get high on pufferfish nerve toxins by carefully chewing and passing them around. Hello, Barry. Oh, toke on this puffer, mate. You can imagine, can't you? And passing it around. I mean, that is delightful. You know, they share and share alike. I guess they do have to be quite careful. I suppose it's like the chef, isn't it? You've got to be specially mastered in order to cut open a pufferfish, haven't you, to eat the damn thing. Why would you? No idea. But you know, there you are. Where are we? They must be. I like puff, but good one. That gets joke gold star. That's very good. We like that. Puff, puff, pass. If you're listening and can't be bothered to look at the screen, they must be bored. They are. Not much to do. What's the novelty of being able to swim and kind of fly? Once that's kind of worn off a little bit, I can imagine that it might get a little bit more boring down there. Your spirit, and what an animal to have, and what an animal. Oh, we have Lord Mustard has popped up into the thing. I was, in fact, mentioning you just earlier, young sir. I was telling the people that your video is up and to please go and have a look. If you wouldn't mind posting a link to it in the chat there at some point, that'd be fantastic. Go watch this thing on aging. It's great. It's funny. You'll love it. If you like this, you will definitely like that. It's great, and it's Mustard, and it's brilliant. So do that. I also told them what we're doing at the weekend, kind of, mostly. So yeah, fun. Let's do that. Morning Mustard says, see, we love the mustard in here. A morning there from the Lady Venus. So where are we? We're over here. So yes, it was the deliberate getting high on the pufferfishes. So extraordinary scenes for a film for a new documentary show the marine mammals in their unusual habits. Animals do have unusual habits. It's the seals that get me. I like the seals until you read what seals get up to. Disturbing. So dolphins. Thought of as one of the most intelligent species in the animal kingdom, and experts believe they could be putting their ingenuity to use in the pursuit of getting high. In extraordinary scenes filmed for a new documentary, young dolphins were seen carefully manipulating a certain kind of pufferfish, which, if provoked, releases a nerve toxin. Oh, absolutely, yes. Well, we all support and love the mustard here. You know, you are very much a lord of the manor here. So do please, yes, everybody go and look at stuff that he's doing. It's great. Where were we? Yes, so they were manipulating it. Is that a video? No, that's just a still. We probably can't show that. BBC aren't very friendly with this sort of stuff. So carefully chewing on the puffer and passing it between one another, the marine mammals then enter what seems to be a trance-like state. Maybe it's a bit sour. Maybe that's how do we know that's what it is? I mean, do they? Whoa, man! You know, but or you know, it might be sour. It might just be like, whoa, like we go into some kind of like, wow, that's really tasty. You never know. They may be captured on camera by makers of the Dolphins program. Imaginative title. Spy in the Pod. A series produced for the BBC by award-winning wildlife documentary producer John Downer. He doesn't sound fun. Oh, I'm John Downer. Well, I'm not inviting you to the office party this year. Yes, do that. Rob Pilley, a zoologist. He should have been a pharmacologist, really, a pharmacist, shouldn't he, Mr. Pilley? Mr. Pilley, a zoologist who also worked as a producer on the series, also told the Sunday Times that this was a case of young dolphins purposefully experimenting with something we know to be intoxicating. Well, why not? As you say, might get a bit bored. After chewing the pufferfish in cinema, they actually acted peculiarly, hanging around with their noses at the surface as if fascinated by their own reflection. How much do you love that? It reminds us of a craze a few years ago when people started licking toads to get a buzz. Well, yeah, absolutely. Especially the way they then hung around in their days afterwards, got the corners, got the munchies, went up to go get some Takis. It was the most extraordinary thing to see. Yes, indeed. So I guess, go watch that. Watch some Getting High on Pufferfish. Starts Thursday, apparently. There we go. Yes, they use like a drone thing to infiltrate a pod of dolphins. There you go. Aren't they a delight? Do excuse me. We're going to zip over now to other kinds of mammals. It is to human-y type mammals this time, and a delightful story about a birth, but a rather fast one. So fast, exactly. It was 60 miles an hour. Delightful. What a delightful way to spend your day. And we go over here. I think this is in England land this time. A woman delivered her own baby in a car traveling at 60 miles an hour. Not only that, it was going around fucking roundabout at the time. Yes, we must know more. I'm going to murder this name, so I do apologise. Chiara Musetti was just minutes away from a hospital in Cumbria when her baby suddenly popped out. Suddenly. Remember that word as I give you more detail as we go. Suddenly popped out. Here they are. Here is the car. This is where it all happened. They've now named the baby, I don't know, BMW M Series. Here is Mum. His dad, who probably telling everybody what happened to his car. And here's some ginormous child. Look at the size of that baby. So anyway, this is Ms. Mazzetti, who gave birth in the passenger seat of a couple's BMW. Yes, there you go. The woman gave birth to her daughter at 60 miles an hour as her partner sped through flooded roads, trying to reach a hospital in Cumbria. Chiara Mazzetti, 28, was just minutes away from the Furness General Hospital when baby Sienna popped out as her partner James Spence, 32, rounded a roundabout. Blimey, that's a rounding of a roundabout you're doing if you're forcing a child out of a vagina. Wow, that's some centrifuge, isn't it? Yes, blimey. So throughout the 45-minute journey from their home in Windermere is just it's got lakes and that's it, or meres. The mere at the end means like big bit of water, and Winder is the name. Anyway, the couple had to repeatedly stop their car to check they could make it through the flooded roads. Sienna was born at 3:30 a.m. on the 24th of February, weighing 8 pounds, an 8-pound baby popping out of you at 60 miles an hour, doing a 60 mile an hour corner. Woo! So, yes, she's either been heavily prepped for such things by her man. But yes, how does an 8-pound baby just pop out when you're doing 60 miles an hour? Wowie. Yes. But apparently she's doing well, apparently say, despite her dramatic delivery. Yes, indeed. Ms. Musetti described the moment she gave birth to the second child in the passenger seat of a couple's BMW 3. Oh, she had in the passenger. He didn't put her in the back, like lay her down on the back seat or anything. She just got in the passenger seat. Good idea. I suppose, if the back seat, you have to put all the seatbelts on, I suppose, but maybe it's safer. All right, maybe it's not so silly. Can she get that into the Guinness Book? I think she should. The speed of your arrival. I mean, but then again, if you give birth on a plane, that could be moving at many, many miles an hour. So that could be we must find this Mr. Mustard, Lord Mustard. There we go. This is a job for you, and it's sanitary, and you won't need to delete it from your history. Could you find any other examples of high speed birthing that might beat 60 miles an hour, or one that happened on a plane that might be traveling at much more quickly? Yes. Thank you very much, sir. If you're not busy, if you're not working and doing like proper jobbing, well, we got this one. Oh, I thought she was the one driving the car. That would that would be certainly it sort of. I suppose as it dropped, it hit the brake pedal too. So it's kind of like a automatic brake system included in the giving birth and the wheel stage. But why haven't we sort of attached some sort of kinetic energy gathering to birthing? Yeah, who knew? See, I'd do a rival one, like get VW to do one, and it actually had more space to actually give birth, or something, Air, land, and sea. Yes, indeed. Yes. What's that dribbling down to your knee? Yes, that's yes. My goodness me. Anyway, so over there we went back to the woman again. She says we were about 10 minutes from the hospital when my waters broke. Then I knew the birth was going to happen pretty quickly. About 5 minutes later, the head started coming out. Jesus. Then he hit the corner, flew out, popping out. The prick couldn't even pull it yet. Don't worry, love. Corner. Yeah. That is a very good point. Actually, I've got to say, yeah. Why didn't he pull over and help? Apparently, all you've got to do is you got to send the head like left, and then you go right for the shoulder, which gets around, and then right again, and then pull it out. So it's only left, right, right. I mean, I don't know what all the fuss is about. He ducks. I would duck from flying cutlery. To probably pass. Yeah, that's it. Maybe he was better off driving. Maybe he's the kind. Dave, you keep driving, son. I've seen you put up a shelf. I'm not gonna see what horror show happens when you deliver a baby. Yes. Blimey. Oh, here we go. Fantastic. Here we are. Between 1929 and oh my God, why can't I read dates? 74 babies have been born on commercial aircraft. They go pretty fast. Reliably so. So how fast? Can we know how fast? Please, if you don't mind. Good job. Yeah. You should. I've got a wonderful selfie when my daughter's being born. Of me smiling while all kinds of horrors are happening behind me. I did ask, but I said I'm going to do it. I said, can I just take a selfie at any point during this procedure? And the mother of my children has such a brilliant sense of humor. And it's so wonderful like that. She's, yeah, whatever, just do it. Fine. Click. Yeah. Anyway, I got some comments for that. In fact, I think Lord Mustard's wife commented, "No, you didn't." Underneath it, in fact. So yes, I have to show you that at some point. Anyway, so what are we doing here? That's what we're doing. Anyway, about 5 minutes. So that was it. Yes, she had to sit up in her chair, take her seatbelt off, pull the leggings down. And yeah, and this guy's still flooring it at 60. Yeah, okay, okay. She added that chaos ensued when Sienna was born. Yeah, I imagine it got slightly more problematic. Had he hoovered? I mean, I don't know about you, but my car is not the nicest place to be in. Well, you drop the baby on the floor, it come up with fluff and bits of ash, like a wrapper of like Mawam from the other day. He remembers that kid. Commercial. Blimey! So actually 60 miles an hour is if you're listening and not reading, he said that commercial aircraft go at 480 to 575 miles an hour. So that is one hell of a speed of having a baby. Thank you so much. I love it. God, I keep knocking my thingy off. Radio blaring. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah. Sorry, love. Can't hear you over. I don't know. Neil Diamond came to mind. Why would he be listening to Neil Diamond? I don't know. Anyway, so yes, she just fell out, and I had to catch her in my arms. Wowee, that's a catch. How do you maneuver to that? That's an interesting one. Yeah. So yeah. We'd have been trying to stay calm through the journey. Bet you were. But when she started coming out, we were screaming. Yeah, this tells us a bit more about them. This is why he kept driving, isn't it? Because he was screaming. When we got to the hospital, my partner ran out with any shoes or socks, because he'd taken them off to test the floodwaters. Presumably she's referring to the actual floodwaters, not the ones that was, coming from her. Yeah, delightful. He told them what had happened, and the midwife ran out to me. They couldn't believe I'd given birth in a moving car. Ms. Musetti joked with the midwives that she'd done their job for them. Yeah, well, nice. I bet that's what you want to hear. Is I've done your job for you. I can't hear right for the dubstep. Yeah, I'm sorry, love. Test the yeah, a stick. You would have thought a stick would have been perfectly fine. You get a stick and test the depth. Do you have to stick your foot in it? This guy is an idiot. This guy is a moron. I think we have just found what it is. She's married a moron. Congratulations. I hope it was one of those. It's probably one of those slow drip morons that you're not quite sure. It takes you a little while to realize, no, this is a slow drip moron. So yes, good old slow drip. Have we got a name for him? We don't have. Oh, we got a picture. He doesn't look stupid, though, does he? He doesn't look stupid. He looks like a personal trainer or something. Like, he doesn't look stupid. I'm gonna say, does drive a BMW. I don't. Anyway, so anyway, she was then taken into the hospital in a wheelchair. Good, at 60 miles an hour. Ping her, heave her down the thing, just to make her feel at home here. So she was, and she delivered the placenta. She was kept for 12 hours of observation before being discharged as quickly as possible. Sienna is doing well. The child is doing well and is the most chilled out baby, which is shocking considering her entrance. Yes, but have you seen second children? They are the devil's one. So, yeah, just to let you know. Mr. Spence, there we go. Oh, what does he got to say? Described his daughter's birth as intense. Clever man. Oh no, when the baby came out, there were 3 people screaming in the car. Myself, Kiara, and the baby that had just been born. I didn't keep calm at all, he says. It was the most insane. I kind of like that. That admission. 2 seconds. Excuse me if you saw that. My trousers, I'm wearing embarrassing trousers. Yeah, I like that admission. I'm crap and I didn't do very well. I was just screaming while it all went on. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I like that. I didn't keep calm at all, he says. Most intense experience of my life, but worth it to see Sienna. When she's 16, you won't be thinking that. The couple say that the child's birth began prematurely while they were attending a wedding. Oh, so they're at a wedding as well. Lovely. So, there's another problem, right? Wedding pants that some people, clearly I'm talking about ladies, like to wear those sort of hold it all in pants, when they're at weddings, just they want to look the finest thing that they can, or they want to, appear as they wish. So, you can imagine she's got this sort of Spanx on as well, because she just... you got to get all that off. That is slightly more problematic. Get your tights off and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. If you've been dressed for a wedding, that could be it. Well, it's glad she wasn't the bride. Imagine that. Get out of. Well, then again, you just go over the head, don't you? Sorry, love. Flip it over her head. Yeah, there we go. What's this one? Got to protect those Yeezys. Them's money. Absolutely. I also have a pair of Yeezys. I have a pair of Yeezys now. Look, I have a pair of Yeezys. Look, aren't they nice? I got this. Happy Christmas to me is what I said for this. Anyway, what are we doing now? What we're doing? See, I'm going on a little bit longer today because my son's doing other things at Alice's at school. So I need to go Alice shortly, but I've got a little bit longer. So yes, keep going. Right, here we are. So where are we? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. The couples say, oh yeah, that was it. Their wedding. That was it. Yes. So they were surprised that their second child's birth also proved eventful. Oh, no, shit. Sorry, the first one came in there at the wedding and the second one came at the wedding. Yeah, sorry, lost it completely. I got distracted. There you go. So let's move on to one of our next stories. Which one are we going to go to? Which one shall I give you next? We've had dolphins. We have this one here. Don't give birth on my wedding. Yeah, could you imagine? I mean, that's it also, that's a bit kind of taking all the attention away from the bride, isn't it? It's really kind of not very thoughtful to have your baby at a wedding. Just saying. Anyway, so the treasure hunter, yes, indeed, helped Massachusetts family find 46,000 that was hidden under their home's floorboards. Yes, indeed. Now, there was a bit of a mystery in the family. Apparently, mental auntie, whatever the hell her name was stashing some money and told them she stashed it in the house, and they would spend a long time looking for it. Let's hit it. So here we are. A Massachusetts family hit the jackpot recently when they asked a treasure hunter to settle a decade-old rumor, only to have him find the $46,000 underneath their home's floorboards. Keith Willie, it might not be pronounced like that, but it is now, said that he was in total disbelief when his sleuthing skills led him to find thousands of dollars in a grey metal box underneath their family's attic. A CBS affiliate, blah, 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 reported. I think I was in shock, Willie told the outlet. I think we're all in shock. Willie, who lives in Groton, Connecticut, I'd probably spelled that Groton, God knows, Connecticut, and makes a living as a treasure hunter. What a way it's Indiana Jones, isn't it? The old Willie Jones. Yes. I've lost myself now. He's a treasure hunter, yes, and was initially hired by the family after they discovered his services on the internet. YouTube, of course. That's where you go for, exorcists, treasure hunters. YouTube is the place. That and Craigslist, maybe, or 4chan, God knows. So at the time, the family was looking to settle a rumor that money had been hidden somewhere in their house since the 1950s. Let's bear in mind this is a 70-year thing, right? Let's bear that in mind. They previously hired carpenters to search for the cash, but nothing was ever found. You can imagine, though, the carpenters, no, nothing here, love. Nothing under there. No, didn't see a thing. There was 60, but they only found 46. Yes, I'm not sure. Let's find out what's going on. The amount changes and varies a little bit, but it kind of makes sense, ish. So knowing that Willie had experience finding things in near impossible locations, he reportedly helped to find a retired teacher's wedding ring once in the water off of Waterford, surprisingly, in 2016. Ooh, wow. Hang on, my phone's ringing. I'll get that in a moment. The family decided he was the perfect for the job, according to the outlet. Last week, Willie took his metal detector and ventured into the family's attic, where he spotted something in the floor that had never been noticed before. Over 70 years in this house, no one had noticed a particular floorboard in the attic, including professional carpenters. Great. I wonder if they were related to our last people. Yeah. Apparently, he was going around with a little metal detector, because you always look cool with that, doesn't it? That brings in the girls, doesn't it? A metal detector. This metal detector. I got a couple of signals over here, he said at the time. Apparently, I'm going to take my endoscope camera and have a look under the floorboards, into the cracks into the corner. So he sticks his endoscope in the hole, and when he dropped it into the second and third holes, he saw something weird. Yes, he continued in the clip. It had letters and numbers on it. It was a small silvery thing and had a slot. What could he be describing? I realized, oh man, it's a keyhole. See, this is why they brought this man in. His ability to recognize a keyhole was clearly astounding. Massachusetts there. You're in Massachusetts. Fantastic. This stuff happens all the time. We're a quirky bunch. I had a great-grandma that hid money under the wallpaper. Well, see, maybe that's it. Maybe we all need to go search around Massachusetts for cash in the walls. Interesting. Good stuff. Was this illegally obtained money that needed to be found? You never know. You never know what Auntie Crazy Pants what was up to. Stashing lots of money like that. In fact, actually, yes. Keep that in mind too, in suspicious minds as we go. Anyway, so he found a lock, and then he pulls up the things. He pulls out a lockbox, and they found that it was full to the brim with money. All denominations were in bundles, so the individual bills were dated back to 1934, 35, and 1950. Also noted on this site that that 46 grand in 1958 was the equivalent of $421,603 in 1921. Now, did she glue? Yeah, could you imagine that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's $1 billion in the. There's $1 million in the banana stand. Yeah, $1 billion in the thing. Oh shit! Now it's coming to the time. I better run off. Anyway, so there it was, and it was there, and basically stuff. Right, I need to go. I've just realised I'm about to run over. Quickly though, I'm going to introduce you to a delightful person. This is Ripley. This is Ripley the toucan. He is a pet toucan that likes to sit on your lap and have a stroke. And if we had a little bit more time, I would be covering him too. But I just realised I do need to dash. I realise that's now why I'm getting phone calls, and I better run. So good day to you. Also, on the way out, I've got a little something special planned for you. 6 o'clock this evening, I've scheduled a little video dropping in lieu of me doing other videos that are coming up very, very soon and being so slow. I've shared with you a short film that I've made. It's a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and now that's going off. It's retelling of Alice in Wonderland in a sort of unorthodox and slightly strange way. Let's go with that. Go watch it. It'll be out at 6 o'clock. It's posted for then. Please do go see it. I am late for an important date. Absolutely so. Big loves to all of you. You're also wonderful and kind. Thank you for turning up. I will see you tomorrow. Be good. Stay beautiful. Love to my 3. And please do take care of yourself.